not going to work out great for them. All right, let's get going here. What you need? I don't know what you need, but
anything.
The sugar, yeah.
Yeah, sugar. Some good news is once you get the injections in the eyes, and the bad eye isn't leaking as much as it was 8 weeks ago.
Okay, good.
And the good eye is still exactly the same.
Still good, yeah. And you haven't checked your sugar?
No.
Yeah. I always ask just for the heck of it, even though I know you haven't. All right, you can rest for yourself. So we're gonna do GD22 and then a little bit like basically back from the eyes, kind of above the ear in that area, which is the part of the innervation for the eyes themselves. Yeah, that's good though. You don't want to mess with your eyes, that's for sure. When's the next checkup you'll have with them?
8 weeks.
8 weeks, yeah.
And that's another good thing, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Start out at 4.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot easier to not be there all the time. It becomes like a full-time job. And then back to gallbladder 20, the base of the skull. Both sides.
You take shots of that.
Yeah, injection.
And then C3 for the the nerves that innervate the eye again. Both sides. And then down to T1, 2, and 3, both sides for the bone marrow, the thymus, the lung lymph, for the autoimmune aspect of the diabetes. And T7 and 8 for the spleen and pancreas. And then down to L2 for the kidney system. Chinese medicine terms. And then to the front of the body, below the belly button, to CV6. And then down the leg along the stomach meridian to stomach 36. And down to liver 3. And then down the opposite leg from CV6 along the stomach meridian, stomach 36, and down to liver 3. All right, how you been?
Okay, this right side's kind of messed up as usual.
Too much working?
and I almost felt like I somehow dislocated my shoulder. It's just really sore right here. Not dislocated, judging you, just like did something that makes it feel like it won't go back in.
Yeah.
And so that hurts. And then my regular.
Right. How's the digestion been?
Pretty good. I've been very good about avoiding the thing, like the gluten and soy.
Yeah.
I think the soy was one of the components I was missing.
Yeah.
Making sure there was no soy in any of it.
Sure, it's hard, yeah, to eliminate it completely.
So that's been pretty good.
Okay. And the shoulder, is it like, can you go back or is it?
If I raise this way, it's hurt. Actually, it's better than it was. I did not get that hurt. Axis, I mean,
Not too bad, yeah.
Anyway, but
yeah. And what about like turning it like? Either that hurt?
Tight. It's just tight.
Just tight. Okay.
Yeah, it's tight like all the way.
Okay.
And that's from.
Yeah, years of yeah.
Oh yeah, I decided to use colored pencils.
They're fine for like 10 minutes, but for hours, yeah, not so good. All right, we're gonna do the right side of like the window of the sky point, so along that whole area, right, which partially opens up the circulation into the brain, but then also obviously opens up the area between the neck and the shoulder. Yeah, the shoulder is pretty easy to, mess it up with very small things, little tears and everything. Usually when they end up doing surgery, most people, it looks like they've torn it, like multiple times, but, it's all kind of scar tissue in there and everything. It's just a vulnerable joint. Anything that, more or less spins around in a circle is not easy. And then to gallbladder 13 on the right side, so for the frontal lobe of the brain, stress and anxiety. And then back to C2 on the right side. Again, the nerves that innervate that part of the frontal lobe. And then C7 and T1, both sides, but a little more on the right, which again opens up the circulation into the arm. And then down that right arm, around the shoulder, and down along the triple warmer meridian, which runs down the midline of the outside of the arm, the triple warmer 5, which is up just a little bit from the wrist crease, and then to large intestine 11 at the elbow crease, and then back up from there into this lung 1 and lung 2 area, which is that little divot below the collarbone. And then back to the back of T1. And then down to T8 and 9 for the pancreas and the liver. The liver is also in charge of the emotional part, but also the tendons and ligaments in the body. And it's season is spring, which is like today. So it wants to, like a flower, it wants to do its thing, but it's not time yet. You got to keep the tiger, tamed for a while. And then down to L4 colon. And then down along the gallbladder meridian, which is the outside of the leg, down to gallbladder 34, and down to liver 3, and then down the opposite leg, gallbladder meridian, gallbladder 34, and down to liver 3. Yeah, okay. What do you need?
I'm not sure what it is, but I just got some skin pain. It was from here all the way to my back, but now it's just like right here. And it's not like if I press, it doesn't hurt. It's just like a constant uncomfortable pain. If I touch it, just gently.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll get it. How long now?
It's been there for almost a week.
Huh. Usually what that is, or the sort of most benign thing, I guess, is like you got this whole abdominal wall, but then also just this whole kind of like chest cavity that's basically just one sheet that everything else kind of weaves into. You twist a little bit and then you basically tear it, but you can tear it like anywhere almost, and it just rarely like where it hurts. In that rough area, you've got, if it was this side, then sometimes you worry about like the gallbladder or like the liver or something like that. Although usually that's up a lot higher because your liver is actually, higher than people think it is. But this side, you've got your descending colon. So sometimes like an impaction or some kind of problem, you may not even have symptoms, but some kind of problem in the colon, you'll feel it in the sensory part of the skin nerves, but when you press, you may or may not feel anything. Usually it's just that you've, irritated that tissue.
Because we spent a weekend in Gatlinburg and it was really cold. We had snow.
Yeah.
We had snow and we had to go outside and walk to the bottom of the mountain. And I was thinking that I was just sore because it was so cold and I was doing this.
Yeah, shivering.
But then it was like, from here, it went to this part and it really hurts in this area.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what it
is.
is.
I mean, you can also have like, tension in the spine and the back. So when those nerves come around, you can have, like what you're feeling is basically that there's like, motor nerves, which like, control function, and then sensory nerves, which, are senses. And so, you can feel when it's just light on the skin like that, it's usually it's usually some, you know, like that. You either tear something here or you basically irritate the back. We come at it from both angles really because you almost never know. But yeah, other than that, you're doing pretty good?
Yeah, okay. And one of my coworkers kind of scared me. He's like, oh, it must be shingles or something like that. I'm like, I don't see
I mean, you could, you know, you could feel, you know, shingles can start pretty mild. In fact, some cases actually are mild, but you would almost always, you'll see an actual like, you know, kind of rash there.
And I'm like, I don't have anything. I just feel like an uncomfortable.
Yeah, and when it's in that area, I mean, I guess it could, but usually there'd be like, not only would you see something, but you'd feel more of like a broader area because it tends to follow the nerve, and so it's not impossible that you can feel one spot, but it's usually not shingles. The shingles is usually pretty intense too. It starts out very not fun.
No.
Yeah.
Diagnose me with
Yeah. I mean, the truth is though, either way, like the treatment that we do, you know, generally for that, it's like almost the same within reason of whether you had shingles. It doesn't even matter really, you know, for our purposes. So you can rest for yourself. So we're going to start on the top of the head with GB20, which is the motor cortex. And then a little bit behind that towards the back of the head is GB19, which is the sensory cortex. So the part of the brain that collects and interprets most of the sensory input. And then back to gallbladder 20, the base of the skull. And then down to T8, 9, and 10, which is loosely that area, especially on the left side. And then a little bit kind of right where it hurts there, so kind of like right below the rib cage on the skin. And then a little bit down from there to stomach 25, which is, again, a point for the colon, but it also kind of has that whole, you know, general area. And then down from there along the stomach meridian, down to stomach 36, and down to bladder 60, which is at the ankle on the outside. And then liver 3, which also clears the chest quite a bit. And then down the opposite side, stomach meridian, stomach 36, and liver 3. All right, what you need? What don't you need?
She just has like backache.
Yeah,
just arriba o abajo.
Yeah.
Acá y acá.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Lower back.
Everything else has been better?
Yeah,
Good.
everything's good.
Good, that's awesome.
Did you stop taking the medicine? ¿Terminaste la medicina? ¿Ya no la tomas? ¿O la
No.
De la tiroides.
De la tiroides, pues yo me siento muy bien. Bajé nada más a la mitad.
Okay. Yeah, she's been feeling better.
Yeah.
And I think she's doing a lower dose of
Yeah.
the medicine.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So it worked.
Yeah. No, that's what. Yeah.
Better.
Just keep working on it. Yeah, you seem good too, actually.
Yo me sentí bastante bien con esta
She feels really good.
That's awesome. Yeah. Good. We'll keep going. So you can rest for yourself. So we're gonna start. Yeah. We all need that sometimes, don't we? So GB20 on the top of the head. There we go for there. Yeah, sure. We all feel like that some days, I think. And then back to gallbladder 20, you know, again, base of the skull. And then T1 for the bone marrow, so which is basically any problem with the bone and like kind of structural problems. Down to T7, which is for the spleen, but also the nerves that begin to innervate the lower back and down into the legs. little bit of metabolism, but then also the circulation. And then T10 for the gallbladder, but also just that general, general area in this case of pain. And then L2 and L3 for like the kidney system and the hormonal balance in the body on both sides. And then down through the back of the leg to bladder 40, which is probably the most important point in the body to release the low back or mid to low back. Bladder 60 again at the ankle, which is basically loosens the whole spine in the low back. And then liver 3. And then down the opposite leg through the back, bladder 40 on the back of the knee, bladder 60 at the ankle, and then liver 3. And then on the inside of each ankle, kidney 3, which is a strong tonifying point for, again, the kidney system, which is really the hormones and the deep energy that we have, not so much the day-to-day that we get from food. Good. You been doing all right?
Yeah, just that ringing in my ear, that's.
Yeah. Still, have you gotten
About just
tiny little bit?
Just tiny little bit.
Okay.
That's just back on.
Okay. The rest of the joints have been good? That's awesome. Okay.
Till it starts raining.
Yeah.
I don't
know. I mean, we've had some milder storms. You haven't done too bad with that. I mean, you do have some arthritis just from overwork, but all that autoimmune stuff seems mostly gone, really. So we'll do up the left side of the sky window up, through that area, and then take it from there.
I eat too much over Thanksgiving, Christmas. I haven't done that for years.
I mean, in some ways, it's good.
I hadn't felt like it.
Yeah, exactly. And, that's why. So I think now you've got more, with all the Tai Chi and all the other stuff, you're stronger. Your body will take it. It doesn't mean you need to.
No,
It just means it won't cause as much, quite as much trouble.
I'd like to get to that.
So up from there and then around the face and down into the lip a little, and then up through Taiyan. So around the jaw, the lower jaw. It's just the lower one, right? The upper part's fine, or is it right in the middle? Okay. And then Taiyan up off the outer canthus of the eye, and then back around to the back of the head. C4 and C5 on the left side. So those are the nerves that innervate that band through the face. And then T1, 2, and 3 both sides, again for the autoimmune.
I don't think about it, I don't realize it's.
Sure, it's a small area, yeah. And it may not come back, but it doesn't hurt to try.
Oh, don't come back.
Yeah. Well, the feeling, yeah. And then down to L1 and L2 for the adrenals, and then the kidney system proper in Chinese medicine terms. Both sides. And again, down along the gallbladder meridian, down to gallbladder 34, down to liver 3, down the opposite side, gallbladder meridian, gallbladder 34, and liver 3. And then on that left hand, lung 7, which is just up from the thumb a little bit, and that clears, sinuses in that too, but it basically clears that part of the face, the sinus cavity. Good. Hey, you're doing pretty good. All right, let's do some exercise. All right. It's a little warm in here, isn't it? Of course, it always is after the Tong Ren, but it's, yeah. Weird weather. Oh well. Strange to think we're in the 70s and, you know, France is having an ice storm, you know? All right. Let's do we'll do the 8 brushes, I guess. Yeah. So everybody's done this at least once. This one like that. And yeah. I'll describe it anyway. So shoulder width. Start. Hands come up the front. If you can, you come up onto the toes. Turn the hands around. Try to keep them flat and extend, but don't lock. You know, pull from the inside. And then slowly bring everything down. Continue that for a little while. One hand at the side, the other hand's going to come up just like before, across the face, turn around, and then let it pull from the chest and open without blocking. Big rubber band. And then switch hands. hands out in front of the chest. And turn to the outside. Keep the hips straight. Let the movement down the spine. And turn the hands out. Push away. Increasing the pull through the hip and off the shoulder. And release. And out the other side. Rotate. Turn the hands. And then push. Widen your stance. This one, the hands will end up like the second move, so you're pushing further apart. Rotate out. If you can, look at the back of your opposite heel. And then when you get to the furthest natural rotation, push the hands further apart, increasing the pull through the ribs and the shoulder and the hip. And release, and out the other side. Rotate and look, and then push. Back shoulder width. Draw the arms up, then back, and then push down the sides of the body. You don't have to go all the way to the ground. Come under. Just one smooth motion down. Back up. Go back and then push deeply into the ground. Widen your stance again. One hand light on the hip. The other hand will come and rest lightly above the knee. Bend your head directly into the knee. And turn your head and look to the outside, look at the ceiling, and rotate the trunk. Don't force it, just let it unwind. Up the other side, so light on the hip, light on the knee, then directly into the knee, and then rotate. Back shoulder width. Draw the hands up, pull them back, and then you'll push out in front. And as you do, to your own ability, crouch down and kind of round out the back. Okay, pushing your belly button away from your hands. In and back out. And the same move, but hold your hands over the kidneys and back. And push straight out from there. And hold a brief standing posture. Focus on that point about an inch below your belly button and an inch on the inside of your body. Meditation. Good stuff. No one?
Too little sleep last night.
Huh?
I didn't sleep enough last night. I tried to do Qigong last night, and I did do it, but I was so tired by the time I got to it. It was after my bedtime. Mhm.
Alright. Sit back here just in case. Hasn't been the most reliable drinker lately. Technology. Lose one arm.